Testing. Can you hear me? I said hello, but I don't know if anybody can hear me. Or maybe that's the mouse. I don't know if I can find any artist to talk with us. Thank you. Yeah, so far only one mic. No sound yet.
Hey, Bethany. Hello, Caitlin Elliott. If you listen closely, you can hear Humphrey type. But now I'm here to talk, but talking involves more than one person talking. You are presenting
Bethany,
today.
you want to come on too?
Oh, he talks. All I've heard is the typing. And by hobby, I take it you mean drawing?
Yeah, drawing or making any kind of art.
Ah, I'm not sure whether it's a hobby for me anymore, but but well, I've now got my art auction, so I'm selling art. I just sold this tonight to Tosspot. There's other people on my stream too, selling stuff, on my auction. So for some of us, it's more of not so much a hobby. Some of us, it's a hobby. Some of us, it's not. But no, I didn't get a mouse. Where did I put it? I've got a controller. Bethany. So, do you draw as a hobby, Humphrey?
Yeah, for now I do.
Are you wanting to get your own book or do your own book, or you wanting to sell any of your or try and sell any of your drawings?
Yeah, a few of us want to do a small comic book.
Oh, that's cool. Well, if you ever got any art that you want to try and sell, you can come over to my stream on. Usually it's Sunday nights, 7 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, and have an art auction there. And well, I've been letting different people. Well, I'll let almost anybody. Can't think of anybody that I wouldn't let on. Bethany's come on and sold a piece. There's a guy named by the name of Scott. His last name starts with S. I'm not sure how to pronounce it. He's come on, sold a couple pieces. So That's one way to take your hobby and make some money at it. And hello, Andrew Fishman. Yeah, it's just being able to find places to sell your art, or like as it says, turn it into a profit somehow.
You doing any commissions yet?
I haven't got any commissions yet. I would love to get some commissions. I'm open to them, but nobody's commissioned me yet. I don't put out there that much that I'm available for commissions, but people don't even ask either. So 6 of one, half a dozen of the other. Andrew, did you answer that? Andrew's asking you how you're doing, Humphrey.
I'm doing good. How are you?
I am good. Let's see. Oh, we got Artsy Studios here. How is your Memorial Day weekend going?
Mine is going okay.
Well, I don't have a Memorial Day weekend. I'm in Canada.
Just fake it.
Yeah. Well, we had a weekend last weekend, Victoria Day weekend, we call it. It's celebrating Queen Victoria's birthday, although she's long since dead. And that's supposed to be what we call the May 24th weekend. Although it usually happens the weekend before, like if May 24th is in the week sometime, it happens that week, the weekend before. This year's May 24th was the Friday, so you would have thought it would have been this weekend, the same as your Memorial, but no, it's got to be the weekend before. So we had all our partying done last weekend. Although I'm not sure, what do you guys celebrate on Memorial Weekend? Because you guys got a Remembrance Day around in November, right?
Yeah.
So they seem like the same thing, but probably not. To me, an outsider.
Are you going to draw anything?
Yeah, I could. Let me get something to draw on. Anybody got any requests? Okay, Bethany says Veterans Day is to celebrate veterans in November. Memorial Day is to remember those who died. Okay. We do it all in one, Remembrance Day. Anybody got any suggestions out there in the chat what they would like to see me draw?
What superhero is hot right now?
There's the X-Men movie coming up, I guess. Nighthawk, you should draw Captain America. Yeah, for Remembrance Day. Andrew says, similar to Remembrance Day is technically to celebrate the end of World War One, while Memorial Day is all for who all have died. But Remembrance Day has really the same thing as 11/11 or Iron Man for Endgame. I think I'd rather do Captain America. It's a little easier than Iron Man. Iron Man's got all that armor. Oh, thank you, Humphrey, for the link in the chat. For people to check out my that's what would have been good to sell this weekend. My thing, maybe Captain America. Didn't even think about it. I am good, Nighthawk. I am good. Cross, we want a picture. We want a picture of Cross driving an M4 Sherman tank. No tanks. In honor of his new skills in a tank game. I really tanked that. So what's new for you, Humphrey?
Not much. I did a couple of videos, short videos.
Ah, it's good. What were they on?
I did one for a lady who does gardening called Mrs. Green Thumb.
Oh yeah, I've seen her on Pusa before. So you made the video for her and then sent it to her, and she uploaded it to her channel, or did you just?
Yeah, it's on my channel and on her channel.
Oh, cool.
Well, and then I did another video a couple of weeks ago about titles for a comic book. To see what titles people liked.
That sounds good. And what titles did people end up liking? Although telling might give away your video, but it's couple weeks old, so.
Yeah. Well, I'm not sure yet because we didn't do a formal poll on it.
Oh, okay. Uh, uh, yeah, I think Nightwing is saying that you two are making a comic book together.
Yeah, and a couple of other people.
Cool. Each of you have a different story. So you're doing an anthology, a bit of
Yeah,
a.
so like about 6 pages or more or less, each person. Oh, it's about it's like a fantasy comic book about medieval times, and it's going to be um, based on the Bible.
Oh, cool.
Like Nighthawk's going to do David and Goliath, but like a set in a medieval time.
Uh huh. Sounds like that's something I might like to get in on.
Yeah, so far we only have 4 people.
It's just reading the story of medieval times, biblical medieval times. It's a fantasy in the Bible. So there's you, Nighthawk, who else?
Mm. Uh, Mighty Geek is doing it, and who was the other guy? Nighthawk, Paul something. Yeah, we have some drawings made already. Nighthawk is working on his.
Paul Dudler. Okay. So haven't heard of him. I've heard of Mighty Geek.
Yeah, we saw Paul on Facebook. He did like a medieval comic book.
No. Oh, that's good.
Yeah, if it's going to be a small comic book, should we just do it? We don't have to go in Indiegogo because I don't think it will be that big.
Uh, there's four of your 6 pages each. That's 24 pages. Are you each doing a like cover to your story?
Yeah,
Cover.
I guess we can do each person can do a cover page.
Yeah. So that's about 28 pages plus cover. And then there's the back cover. So that's like basically 32 pages. You could probably do a small Indiegogo. You want to cover the costs, and also it's another way to get people knowing you're out there.
Yeah, we don't know how many people are interested in it yet.
You know, depending. Just some basic publishing, then maybe digital.
Maybe we can do a PDF too or something.
Yeah, because you could do, try and think of printing up what 500, maybe 1,000 copies or less. 200. Find out the price and
Well, there's one company that says you have to have at least 25 copies printed before they'll take your order.
they'll only print minimum of 25. They want a minimum order of 20.
Yeah, a minimum of 25.
Yeah, a lot of it's like that. Cross, you just used a basic printer for your cards, right? Yeah. Well, I went to Impressive Printing here and I think they're a digital printer. I know in talking to Peter, he suggests a high quality digital. You can get good stuff cheap, fairly cheap. You know, he did his campaign for only $500, and I'm not sure of all the ins and outs.
Yeah, I think if we can do 25 to 30 copies, just to see if we can do it, because if we go to too big, it might be too much to handle.
Yeah, well, I'm thinking if you get a two, well, I don't even think two. Like you said, maybe you might get. You don't not thinking you're going to get a lot, so maybe you have some X left over. That way you can sell other ways. To people that you know or whatever. I don't know. You know, or if you do another campaign for something else. Yeah, the printing company. I knew that's what you meant. Yeah, these the printing company was called Impressive Printers. And yeah, they're just basic printing company. But fulfillment for something like that would be fairly easy. The only reason I suggest doing the Indiegogo and getting money that way is that way you hopefully you've made some money, and B, at the end of the campaign, there's people that you're actually sending it to. You know what I mean? People have actually bought it. You don't want to print it and have, just trying to sell it not, you know, off this, that doesn't always work out well. At least with an Indiegogo, you would have people that you're actually, you're sending it to. Even if it's, like 10 people or 25 people, depending on, or 25 people if you have to do a minimum order of 25. Yeah. Bethany saying would make enough to offset the cost via Indiegogo, and they take a percentage. Yeah, well, that's where you calculate what you want to get. You calculate that in if you know the find out how much they take, and I think it's only like 5%, something like that, 3%. I don't know offhand. You'd have to ask Gary or somebody like that who's done it with the prices that the percentage that Indiegogo takes.
I don't know about Indiegogo because the lowest one on there now is only 7 backers.
Yeah. Well, you just need to get, you know, some about. Well, that's hard, but at least that might offset your costs, a little bit, depending what, you put your tiers at. Oh, no. Well, I'd say no problem, Bethany. Hey, you're talking about stuff. You're getting us talking, so getting us talking is good. You don't want too much dead air on these streams. But they need to know this stuff too. Think about it. Well, what's his name would probably know a lot of this stuff. Mighty Geek. I know I think he's done some printing or whatever. He's a graphic artist, so he's dealt with a bunch of this stuff. So George, who's doing Joe King versus um, the greatest average superhero. He's another one that he's been in the printing business for years, so he knows a lot of this stuff too. Yeah, Bethany says there's just a lot that goes into it. I didn't realize how much work actually goes into printing and drawing. Yeah. Yeah. It's hard to believe how much work goes into producing stuff like a comic book or anything, any book. But, you guys get it printed and you want to come on well, you've got more subs than I do, but if you want to come on and, promote me or let me promote on my channel, no problem there.
Cool.
And I'm sure Gary would have you on too. I need to see what Captain America's mask looked like. Okay, so his goes up above the nose.
Gary sells stuff on eBay. Have you ever tried that? Selling any drawings or anything?
No, I haven't tried that yet myself.
Right, how you should do a couple of commissions and buy a webcam.
Yeah, Nighthawk, if you've got artwork and you want to try and sell anytime, you can come on my auction and see Sunday nights usually and try and sell. Can't promise you'll get any sales, but I can promise to give you a venue to try. Uh, Webcams, they vary in price. I got mine for 30 or 32. Just come into the stream and say, "Hey, I want to come on," and then I'll send you an invite via Twitter. And I think I got mine from Walmart online. Walmart or Best Buy. And it was a bit of an upgrade. Well, you can see it now in use. No, I just did it tonight, Nighthawk, because I've got a meeting tomorrow at 6 p.m. That's going to be going for about 2 hours. But next Sunday I'll be on. If you want to come on.
Does a person have to sell original art, or can they sell fan art of another character?
Yeah, you can sell whatever. Like I sold Skunk Girl tonight. That's Manny's character, so it doesn't have to be your own original character, as far as I'm concerned.
What about copyright?
Well, Skunk Girl's technically copyright. But fan art, from what I know, it's all right to sell. It's only when you start making a whole bunch load of money, and they're more concerned about prints than original stuff like something like that.
Well, I saw someone do that. They did a painting of Darth Vader, and they made a bunch of prints to sell, and I thought that was illegal.
It is, but it's a very big gray area. From what I've heard, Marvel, DC, and all that don't usually do much about it. It's only when you start making a lot of money. they don't really want you to, but lots of people do it. So yeah. Bethany's saying she's told her Dr. Doom on my thing, 2099, that she did for Gary's art challenge. But the one thing is, if you're doing characters that, like our Marvel DC, the other thing is you got to be concerned with it's not so much Marvel or DC, it's there's all that stuff out there already. So if somebody's going to buy your stuff, it better be good, If they're going to want it good or however you want to say it, you know what I mean? If there's not a lot, like your own original characters, there's not a lot of vote there. But then again, at the same time, they're not popular, so it's a harder market to find people to buy your own original stuff. If you see what I mean?
Yeah.
Technically, this Captain America, although I don't own the character, it's my original art because I've drawn it. Freehand, nobody else did it, so if I make a little bit of money off selling it or it's like getting commissioned to do a drawing. So yeah, Bethany say exactly across so you could sell it. Yeah, they don't mind so much this type of stuff. It's when you get into prints and making a lot of prints and selling a lot of those and making a lot of money off of it that they get can get a bit testy. Oh, cool, Nighthawk. I've done that. Did DC Marvel mashups before. It's only on one piece. Yours is fan art, not an issue, yeah. Because, yeah, I started asking questions of the people at conventions a couple years ago after I went to the convention one year. Uh, you know, behind the table, I went to a Christian Comic Con convention out in LA. And okay, I see how those people there with some stuff. They said they got away with it because they were they're just drawing kids with the costumes on. You know? Okay, yeah. And then, I came home and I ended up going to Comic Con around here and I asked, one of the artists, okay, so how does this work exactly? And that's what they told me.
Did you try to draw a digital yet?
I've I've done a little bit of digital. Not I haven't done much freehand digital. I've copied over a lot of stuff digital, but there's a piece that I did a while back that it was all my own original stuff that I drew, but there was a character too that I wanted to put in, so I had to draw that freehand digital. So, but I've got a couple other programs since then too that I need to work with. Should have actually got a stencil for that circle for the shield.
Is it okay to mix original art with the like free clip art that you get from online?
I'm not sure. Yeah, I've got one, Bethany. I just didn't use it. But I'm not sure of all the rules. I've explored a little bit of it. If the clip art is free and they're not charging any royalties, I wouldn't be able to see why not. But I can't tell you for sure on that. Joe Duggan says, I smoked weed for recreation. Now I sell it. Hobbies can definitely turn a profit. Bethany says, I'm not sure either. Depends on usage rates under free digital art. That's something I haven't looked into much of that sort of stuff. A lot of people won't care as long as you give them credit, I think, too. But some of the stuff, if you go like searching for a type of image, you just find it. A lot of times you don't even know who did it, I don't think. Or it's hard to find out. You go into Google or Yahoo and type such and such. Pixbay says free use clip art. Yeah, so now the question is what they mean by that. Might be a little bit more in their thing, free use for home use, not to use it commercially to make money. Bethany says, true, give credit where it's due. Yes, some of my artwork drawings I have no artist listed, which despite a search. So it's a lot of fly by the seat of your pants. I think as the saying goes.
I wonder what was the most amount sold for a drawing on Mike Miller's auction.
Oh, that's over 3,000.
Oh.
Close to 4,000. I think the highest one still is when he sold Comic Skate Comic Skate original art for the cover for the first one, with all the different heroes on it. I think that's the one that's sold the most so far. I think that was 3,600 and change, if I remember.
I think the copyright is different for different companies because I remember a story of at one time like a
It's not so much whether the copyright's different,
yeah,
it's how much a particular company wants to enforce the copyright.
yeah, because like a school, I think they did a mural of Disney characters on a wall, outside wall, and Disney found out about it and said they had to take it down.
Yeah, Disney can be nasty about that sort of stuff, to say it nicely. Sometimes it depends on what it's about, you know. But yeah, Disney can be nasty about their copyright stuff. You know, it's not harming anything. Nobody's making any money, but you know, they'll say, "You take it down now." But sometimes they don't want their characters associated with something. I don't know what it would have been in that case, or if that would have been the case. But sometimes they just do it because they can. Bethany, something like that. Some of those auctions turn ruthless. Laugh out loud. Nighthawk says, "Yeah, I always have the artists sign their names on their stuff. Like a friend of mine who's around my age, she draws original characters of her own, and I've gotten 4 different pieces from her. Disney is really bad about that. So the Provo Craft Company does that digital cutting. I'm not sure who Provo Craft is. But most, like I said, Marvel and DC have a pretty good understanding with most of their fans and the artists that they work with too. You know, because a lot of the artists do that too, sell prints of their pages or original art that they've done that might not have appeared in the comic books. You know, like look up Mike, all the stuff that he sells if you look on his website, you know, of stuff that he does. And, you know, he just print either has a bunch there or he prints them as need it. I'm not sure how it works for Mike. ProCraft has a circuit. It's a paper cutting machine. They claim copyrights on their designs. They forbid you selling any of it for any purpose for home use, and they usually get nasty about it. Or Cricut? Okay, I'm not sure. But hello, Southern Banana King. And Ralph Morick. Willy Willy. Oh, Willy Willy Raid. Cool. Hello, Raiders. Is there any lost arks among you? Hello, Bella Blends. Thank you. You can find me drawing over on Cross Comics. This is Humphrey Bear's channel, the bear face that you see. I'm just here with him talking about this, that, and the other thing, talking about whether you can turn profit from a hobby a little bit. And it's just a casual thing. Sorry for promoting myself there. I just figured let them know who I am too. They know who you are. Apparently. Yes, thanks for the raid. I'm sure Humphrey Bear enjoys being raided. This is about the only way that you enjoyed being raided.
My first time.
Ooh, I feel special. I'm here for Humphrey's first raid, getting raided. We're just glad it's not by the police. Smash button and licked, says Ralph Morick. Cool. Yes, how is all the new people entering the chat? That would be a SWAT. Yeah, well, the SWAT team raids places, right? And no, SWAT is not good. Then there's swatting, which that's even worse than getting raided. Yes, I figured I'd do Captain America because of the state's American your Memorial Day weekend. Yeah, it's not good. Anybody doing that stuff is just crazy. They're trying to kill somebody. And I can believe it would scare the snot out of you. Captain Canada, Captain America meets Captain Canada. It'd be more Canadian Shield or Captain Canuck. Humphrey. Cool, Chris. Cool. Although this is the back of the shield, so you wouldn't see it. But I have my own original character. Where did although this is some fan art of mine. This is my own original character called the Canadian Shield. Put the leaf on the back of the shield. Yes, he's a Canadian in disguise. You should make. Thank you. Well, I plan on doing my own comic books. Hence the name Cross Comics. Hello, CCAM. Put it in the middle of the the star. And like I said, that's not mine. Can you make a Bella America? Yeah, I could do that.
You can do commissions and do custom superheroes of people.
Yeah. Hold on a sec, people. I'm gonna go grab something. Yeah. Yeah, here's my original character, the Canadian Shield. A little bit better scene. That's drawn by me. Spider-Man I did. Phoenix, Jean Grey, and the DC Trinity.
Did any other artists draw your characters yet, like Manny?
Yeah, Manny's been drawing mine. I have a fan art contest on my channel every week, and people can win my trading cards signed. I have, let's see, there's 7 of them in the set.
If someone wanted
Yeah,
to buy a super, a picture of them as a superhero, how much would you charge?
$40. And I've got my own original characters trading cards for sale. They're $2 each, or $15 for signature. $10 for the set unsigned. A little bit more.
You do black and white and color?
Pardon?
You do color as well as black and white?
Yeah.
Cool.
And you can find me on Cross Comics here on YouTube, or I am over on Twitter under Cross Comics. And you can, I think my DMs are open. We can talk about a commission or whatever. And every Sunday, usually not tomorrow, but next Sunday, there's an art auction on my channel too.
I think Bella wants to contact you for a drawing.
Cross Comics. I'm Rick Piper, Cross Comics. I'm not a moderator, so I can't do anything like that. Let's see. Give me a sec. Depends on whether how much you've locked stuff out. No, not cross, just cross. See whether that goes into. Nope, that won't go into Twitter. This is mine, Artsy, Cross Comics, not. I just subbed to you, Bella. So that might make it easier. I don't know. Yeah, just like the insignia in the chat. Oh, okay. Apparently it didn't work. Humphrey? I'm not a mud. I see it in a part of. Thank you very much. Yeah. There we go. Yeah, I have some great artists on. I did one tonight, an auction. So you guys probably the second to last, no, the last video up there. It lasted about 2 hours. It didn't go good at first because not a lot of people were there to buy. But if anybody wants to stop by, usually Sunday nights, 7 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. You can always get some great art by great artists, usually at affordable prices. Sorry if I'm promoting myself a little too much there. Just let me know if you want me to stop. Humphrey.
It's okay because I like helping other artists.
Yeah. I just didn't want to overstep my bounds too much.
So Ortiz, he's not going to do any auctions.
I don't know. I heard something that they were supposed to, but they never started. So
I think he said maybe he's too busy with the other stuff or something.
but I'm getting a lot of like I said, I'm having unknown artists. Bleeding Fool just did a they did an article about auctions, but I was a little bit featured in it, so it's so funny. I painted myself into Superman today. It took me 7 hours for the full body paint. Now I see y'all means it's meant to be. Oh, thank you for the comment, Bella.
Nighthawk, when was your last live stream?
Well, it doesn't matter whether it's a live stream or as long as he's putting out content on a regular basis. That's what matters. That'd be neat to see. Her painted herself as Superman, Bella says.
Did you ever do any giveaways across comic?
Oh yeah, I when I just a while ago I hit the 4,000 hour mark for time watch. I did a giveaway. I did a giveaway at 250. My next giveaway is at 500 or giveaways. I'll probably do 5 different things. I'll probably do a commission. Um, well, probably 2 or 3 commissions. I'll probably still have some of my trading cards. Again, that'll be something that I will probably put on the giveaway thing. And I don't know. Oh, probably I'm venturing into doing commissioned art on T-shirts. So I did that as a giveaway at my 4,000 hour watch. I can't wait to get to 1,000. I don't know what I'm going to do for 1,000 for the giveaways. I might give like 10 different things away. but I have no idea what. It's figuring out what.
Are you selling merch too?
Well, I'm selling my trading cards. I don't have a store or anything. Just people can pay me by PayPal and give me their address, and I'll send it to them. I've had no complaints so far. So, well, I sell stuff at the auction too. And I'm open for commissions. I kind of, I'm working on more trading cards. I'd like to do T-shirts. Right now, I'm doing commission. Like I said, sort of commission T-shirts, and those are only $40. I supply. I go. You tell me the size. I go to Michaels and buy the T-shirt. And are you able to do art channels also? Are you talking to me, Bella, or somebody else? Monday through Friday, I stream drawing. 5 o'clock usually, noon on Fridays. Oh, oh, like YouTube. I could try. I haven't done it, but well, I've got mine, but it's not quite the same for YouTube banners. I meant channel art. Yeah, yeah, yeah. I could. We can work together and figure out what you want, and I'm sure I could do it. If I can't do it, I don't charge you nothing. You don't pay till you get the product. No problem. No problem, Bella. My phone keeps changing what it's saying. Oh, I know that feeling. Autocorrect. Gotta hate it. What the? Which one's that? Yes, me and autocorrect have a love-hate relationship. Me personally, I just leave it off. I type it the best I can, and if somebody needs me to qualify what I'm saying, I do my best.
Do you mostly draw, or did you ever do a panel discussion?
Oh, I do both, sort of. You know, I discuss while I'm drawing usually. Although, depending on what I'm doing, sometimes I finish up and I'll just talk. With whomever's around, whatever. I've been on Good Dog Press several times, so it's all depends on what's going on any given time. I usually open my chat to anybody who wants to, well, come on and well, for anybody. Well, I guess people could. I'm not sure how to put it properly. You know. But I don't usually have a set topic, if that's what you mean, that I talk about. Sometimes, I try and get an idea of something to talk about from what's going on and, try and talk about it very, how shall we say it, nicely. Don't need anybody getting upset over nothing. Nighthawk wants to know whether you received his email. Let me check. So there is Captain America in a couple hours. Or an hour and a half, I'm not sure. How long did that take me? We can go with let's see. Put a little bit of IG Instagram. I have Instagram too. Cross Comics there too, Bella. And I'm on Facebook. Well, you can find the page and a group for Cross Comics. Yeah, that turned out real good. I like it. I really, There's Instagram. And thank you, Nighthawk. And there is the page for Facebook for whomever may be interested. Yeah. Send that to me. Nighthawk is wondering whether Bella is an artist. Okay, let's need that up now. Don't need that up. I do, but I'm more of a makeup body face painting, like SFX, special effects probably, and optical illusion sci-fi. Anything comic that can be interpreted onto body or face. Like us. Yes. Cool. That's why I've been practicing on my full body superheroes. Cool. Oh no, I was just reading your chat, Nighthawk. I don't know why I was reading it aloud, just because that's what you're supposed to do on these channels. Read the chat a little bit, interact as much as you can. I want to do more, but there's not more you can do to this. The only thing I can do better is this, but I don't have the. Well, I have grays, but I just don't have them in Copic markers. Which I know which one would go good for that.
Did you try experimenting with any new ideas?
What do you mean exactly?
Like something you haven't tried before, but you always wanted to do, like a new way of drawing a character, or um, other mediums or something like that.
I've tried other mediums a little bit. I've done a little bit of painting, not a lot. I've tried a little bit of clay. Again, not a lot. I've done more painting than I have done clay. And trying to think what else I might have done. Uh, but yeah, pretty much. I'd like to get into more other types of other mediums. I've done digital. Not sure how much that counts different. Start a new character. Oh, something from my. I'm just gonna. I got the grays done here. I can grab some of my non-Copic markers. I have a little bit more.
Did you ever try? Did you ever try to paint a logo, or like paint a character on wood or something like that?
Yeah. You probably can't. Well, you can't see behind me at the moment, but. This is way old. I'm about to show you, but we did some stuff like this a long time ago. And that's wood. If that's what you're talking about.
Yeah, I think I had the same lag that Gary had. So I still see. Oh, I see it now.
Canada pool. No, that's an early design of the Canadian Shield. That's what I call my my Captain America. Although he's not quite as political as Captain America would be. And it's when I've gotten a lot better at shading and stuff like that. So that's like 20, 15 years old, something like that. As an artist, I think I'm always wanting to expand my mediums. It's just how much I can afford, and fortunately or unfortunately, I've had to concentrate a lot on drawing because that's what I want to get my comics out there. So let's see. That's for one of my characters. Who's next step in? Well, I did a good metamorph. I could do Pig Snarker, but he's. Maybe I'll jump ahead and I'll Stellar. Where did it go? Okay. Yes, my universe is mainly in Canada. Let's see.
Did you ever try to make your own videos?
What do you mean by
Like of your characters or something like that?
Oh, well, I wrote a movie script for my Canadian Shield, so didn't get much further than that. So, although it's not in the style that most movies are written in, I wrote it in my style because I had no idea what how movies were written. So I just, you know, I wrote in this basically almost the same format, as my comics, except I didn't write page and panel. I went, scene one, scene two, scene three. Oh, what was the question again?
Like if you made your own video, like try animation or something like that.
Yeah, I haven't really tried that. I'd like to see it done, but
Yeah,
well,
I wish somebody could
technically,
do.
yeah.
Yeah.
Actually, technically, yes. Back in high school, for um, a class that I had, I did a small little animation. Although it would be, although it ended up getting erased on me, and I had to.
Oh.
I don't think I ended up finishing it, so or I'm not sure how it happened, but that was back in like the 90s. So
I think it'd be cool if someone would animate, Gary's Packins Land like a short animation.
yeah, that would be neat. Would it be cool? Would would be cool in an animated short to start with. Yeah. Or make a flip book and record that. Yeah. Old flip book style. We all, well, I shouldn't say we all, but a lot of us did that as kids. Flip books.
Do you like those old horror movies like Frankenstein and the Wolfman?
Yeah,
Like
they're not bad. I've never gotten into horror, so
mm. Yeah,
but
they have the show
I'd
on.
rather those. I'm just saying I'd rather those old ones than a lot of the newer stuff
Yeah,
today for horror.
they have a guy called Sven Gulli. Have you ever heard of him?
Not sure.
He's like a horror movie host. It's more like comedy, but he talks about the old horror movies.
Oh, cool. Okay. So let's move that star down a bit. It's supposed to be a little further down anyway, so think what I want to do with the arms here. Yeah, this is my color. This is my character. Stellar. She's sort of like Mysterio, but not quite. Female Mysterio, but not quite. I don't know. I think she's supposed to be, if I remember right. Oh, Wandering Marine Veteran. Did you make your own avatar for your channel? I think that's a question to you, Humphrey.
Yeah, I made the bear I got from online, but the YouTube banner I made that with clip art.
Oh, Nighthawk's coming on. We're in trouble now. I made my one too, myself too. Cross Comics. I want to make better channel art. Oh, that's cool. I want a logo for my merch. I'm planning to monetize next month. I'll hit 1K by then. Oh, awesome. Very, very awesome. Wandering Marine Veteran. I can't wait till I can be monetized. I'm just at about just under 430 or 430. I'm not sure whether I'm at for subs now.
You use PayPal?
Me?
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, 428 is when I'm at. I need another 772. You just need another 435. There, Humphrey. Well, I've hit the 4,000 hours watched already myself. I hit that like a month ago, 2 months ago. well, maybe a month ago. Yeah, well, usually when you do daily live streams, 5 days a week for an hour or two apiece. Yes, it is my switch to live streaming that is getting the hours. And for a while, I had two. For a couple months, I had two live streams a day that were about an hour and a half to 2 hours each. Some more. Yeah, unless you can get lots of people watching those small vids, your hours do not build up that fast with them. Do you get as many views as you did? Not really. Well, also lately I went down. See, I was doing it for two different reasons. Well, when I did two streams a day, one was digital art or little digital art or some Bible stuff and digital art, and then my other one was a live drawing at night. I took away the digital art, and now I'm just doing live drawing. My lives get 10 viewers max normally. Um, I've been up to 15, 20 at times.
Hello? Hello?
We hear your what your answer machine. Might want to mute yourself
Mm-hmm.
if you don't want people hearing your phone call.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
But yeah, I was getting about that many for each of them, but it got to be a little too much. So, and unfortunately, I tried an experiment the other week and I've changed time slots recently because of the summer, so that's affected some things. More recently. I half did it because of the summer, half trying to attract some new people in with a different time slot for the summer. doesn't seem to be as working as well as I'd like. Imagine it. Imagine it does. Humphrey be back in a while. A lot of live streams now. Bouncing between. Yeah, I've done that many times. Wandering veteran. Lots of people do. It's only 11:15. Wow, I thought it was later than that. Although probably after I blue line her in, I might take off because I do have to get up for church in the morning. He's back! Ah! No. Oh, you're in Hangouts. Cool. No, you're not. No, we couldn't hear you. You were muted. Do, 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 do. Boom, 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 boom. I hear something from you there, Nighthawk, I think. Although it could be Humphrey Bear. Can you speak? I can see something. Okay, see you, Ralph. Thanks for coming by. I'm Batman. I can see you. Yes, I see your hand. Hello, I'm Batman. Got to put the pad up any further if you want me to see that. Nighthawk. It looks like you're drawing on Batman's chest, but I can't see Batman's chest. That's pretty good. Likey. I think I'm going to take off. I get tired. So we will see everybody later. Thanks for having me on, Humphrey. Although you probably can't hear me because you're doing whatever. Okay, see you, Nighthawk. Uh, we will.